The early 70s movie was the first of the old Bonds to get the Domark treatment, while the world waited for another shiny new 007 film. But instead of crafting something original, Domark did what any self-respecting game developer would do. They bought an elite game that was about to be released as Aquablast. A quick slap of the 007 logo on the instrument panel, a new loading screen, and voila! Live and Let Die became a slightly above average shoot 'em up. In the fictional movie Live and Let Die, we're whisked away to the fictional Caribbean island of San Monique, a tropical paradise ruled by the sinister Dr. Kananga and his voodoo practicing goons, who were up to no good smuggling heroin into the US. But instead of sending in a fleet of Navy SEALs or holding a press conference about the evils of drug trafficking, the US calls in James Bond to take down Kananga in style. No, not with a tuxedo and a martini, but with a speedboat, armed with a cannon. Now you step into the shoes of 007, armed with all the usual Bond gadgets, except this time it's a speedboat with said cannon and a limited number of missiles. Rather than dodging lasers or dealing with other villains in nice suits, you're cruising the water and hoping you don't run out of fuel. To keep that engine purring, you'll need to pick up floating fuel tanks. The game offers 4 missions, with 3 of them being training and only 1 being the real deal, which naturally means you're going to spend a lot of time zooming around pretending you're in a high-speed chase, but really just dodging rocks and trying not to crash into a tropical island. The first mission is a simple target practice, where you can unleash unlimited missiles on stationary targets without a care in the world. No real threats here, just rocks. Big deal. The second mission is a polar training level, but let's be real, it's just more of the same, but now with snow instead of sand, and now we're dodging icebergs and gunfire from overhead planes. Is there any logic to this? Absolutely not. But then again, it's Bond. Logic is optional. I do quite like the tunnel sequences though. The next training mission is on a river that looks suspiciously like the Nile or maybe the Chad. The only difference is, now you've got giant rocks to go with the enemy boats, helicopters and planes launching torpedoes at you, because nothing says training like a series of increasingly ridiculous obstacles. When you're not dodging rocks, you're busy shooting at enemy speedboats, leaping over ramps like some kind of aquatic Evel Knievel, and avoiding torpedoes. Which, let's be honest, sounds like a fun Saturday morning cartoon. But in the movie, the New Orleans speedboat battle lasted about 5 minutes, so naturally, the game stretches it into 4 training missions. The gameplay itself is tough, repetitive, and, if we're being generous, a bit like an over-the-shoulder version of Codemasters' Powerboat Simulator. But the Buggy Boy programmers put in a solid effort, so it's better than that, at least, maybe. The graphics, while charming in their own way, feature palm trees that seem to have wandered off the set of an English canal, and an apparently building devoid New Orleans. Meanwhile, the 3D effects are better than expected, which is saying something when the most complex part of the game involves dodging rocks. The music, provided by the awesome Mark Cooksey, is a decent rendition of the Bond theme, but I was disappointed not to hear some sort of version of Wings' Live and Let Die, which, let's face it, would have made this game 10 times cooler. Once I'd mastered the rudimentary controls, really, how hard can it be to dodge rocks in a speedboat? I decided to go for broke and tackle the final mission in New Orleans. This time, the scenery was green and then brown instead of sandy yellow, but everything else looked eerily familiar. After a while, I realised the game was taking me about 10 minutes per mission, and I still haven't spotted Mr. Big or his alleged cocaine racket. So in true Bond fashion, I did the only sensible thing. I pulled the plug on the game. No villain could ever be as annoying as the endless repetition of these training missions. Bond would have been proud. Thanks for watching guys, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and let us know your experiences with this or any of the other James Bond titles for the Commodore 64. Hopefully you're enjoying the trip down memory lane, and along with it, the nostalgic memories it brings. With plenty more videos on the channel and more coming regularly. Hopefully, I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, bye for now.